Everyone tells you to pick a profitable niche, but no one actually tells you what's blowing up right now. So I did the research for you. Today, I'm giving you 7 t-shirt niches that are surging right now in 2026, and I'm gonna give you the receipts, the trends data, and the real brands already selling thousands of these t-shirts. Some of these you've never heard of, and some you'll recognize. But the best part is these are still wide open, barely any competition, which means there's room for you. So grab a pen and let's jump into it. Niche number 1 is running club culture. So this niche started kind of taking off in 2025, and it has continued in 2026 with the rise of running as a hobby. Running has been experiencing a huge surge, and these aren't just generic running t-shirts that I'm talking about as a niche, but I'm talking about run club culture. Let me show you what I mean. Looking over on Etsy for run club shirt, you'll see exactly what I mean. It's these kinds of t-shirts, Smith Family Running Club, you can personalize that one, Sunday Run Club, and you see kind of the aesthetic. It's kind of that 90s running aesthetic, New Balance, those kind of things. And you see that here. So what it really is not just like generic running t-shirts, but more these made up kind of exclusive clubs that people want to be a part of in the running category. And check out this article from Rolling Stone that came out in March of this year that says running clothes are so cool right now. These 9 brands are leading the pack. The current running boom is producing some of the most stylish running gear ever. Here are the brands we're sprinting towards. So this article talks about how running as a hobby is booming, and because it's booming, people want cool stuff to run in and then represent the fact that they run. So talking about this running club that you are essentially a part of as a runner is a great kind of angle, a great niche to go into that's kind of supporting this running boom. Also check out this running brand that sells hats called Sprint's Running Supply Co. You can see some examples here with the hats. You've probably seen people wearing this kind of stuff. Cheaper Than Therapy Run Club, Hot Dads Run Club, Hot Moms Run Club. You see kind of the aesthetic here. It's like this premium exclusive kind of running aesthetic, run club aesthetic. Niche number 2 is sober curious, and recovery. Now this one's really interesting. There is a huge mainstream movement of getting sober. We've seen, if you look at the stats, we've seen that sales of alcoholic beverages are on the decline and have been for a while. And what's interesting is there are alternative beverages that are alcohol free. And we've actually seen sales go from 700 million to 1.1 billion in 1 year, which means there is a huge trend of people replacing alcohol with non-alcoholic beverages and wanting to get sober and kind of move that direction. We're still early in this category, which means there is a ton of opportunity and very little competition. Let me show you some different brands and some different data on this sober kind of trend. The first thing to look at here in Google Trends, if we just look at the term sober as a search term, you're gonna see over the past 5 years that it's had a really steady rise. So you can see back in 2021 down in the 50s, and it has slowly and steadily kind of gone up, and we're sitting up here in kind of the 80s, touching 90 from time to time. If we drill this down to just the past 12 months, you see that it's gone up from 70, now sitting comfortably at 80 on the regular basis, which means it is consistently getting more popular. Here's an interesting brand that supports this, not necessarily in the apparel category, although they do sell some apparel, but it's called soberish.com. And they're really interesting. They sell a bunch of different types of products, drops, shots, drinks, all these kind of things that actually replace the alcohol, but still give you the same kind of experience. So it's supporting this trend of really removing the alcohol, but still wanting to enjoy the things that come along with it. If we look at an actual apparel brand, there's this really cool apparel brand. I like them for a very specific reason, but they're called Sonder Mountain Apparel Co. And you can see some of their apparel, some of their t-shirts here. Now this is really interesting. If we actually go down to the bottom, now they have some really cool designs, but if we actually go down to the bottom, you'll see what they say here. More than apparel, Sonder Mountain is a community-first brand rooted in tattoo culture and recovery. Thank you for supporting the mission. And they have some different things here like partners in recovery. But the reason I like this brand specifically is because they are meshing two different things together. They're meshing tattoo culture with recovery and soberness, right? So this creates a really unique opportunity. I often talk about combining niches together to create kind of new opportunities. And that's exactly what something like Sonder Mountain is doing here, is by combining this aesthetic, this style, and kind of this niche of tattoo culture with soberness and recovery. They are really taking off and look like a really successful brand. Our third niche might be my favorite one, and it's actually a collection of niches that have really been taking off. And this is going to be wild when we look at the trends data, but it is blue collar niches. Things like welders, HVAC, plumbers, those kind of things. This has been absolutely taking off in the apparel category. Let's take a look at the data for an interesting one, which is welders. Now check out this Google Trends graph. When we put in the term welder shirt over the last 5 years, you can see that it's basically non-existent. Little opportunities here and there. And then look what happens right here. Boom, just completely takes off. If we look at the past 12 months, you see how it's really just taken off as of this year, right? It's just kind of up and up. And so this is really interesting because we've drilled down within blue collar niches to one, which is just welders. And we can see that there is pretty awesome opportunity here just for welders. And there are many different versions of this, everything from welders to electricians to HVAC to linemen. There is all kinds of opportunity here. And this is one of the top selling 2026 niches. We look on Etsy for something like HVAC t-shirt. You're going to see a plethora of different HVAC t-shirts for sale here, all kinds of different styles and different opportunities, and a bunch that are selling really well. And another reason this might be taking off is because this is a niche that is pretty much AI proof, at least in the next 5 to 10 years. So more people are getting into blue collar jobs because those are what's available and really growing with the rise of AI. Before we jump into niche number 4, I'd like to personally invite you to our upcoming Launch Your Brand Challenge. If you're watching this video and thinking, I'm ready to start my brand, I'm ready to get my brand off the ground and get it out there in front of people, this is the event for you. Over 5 days, we'll walk through each step of starting and launching your own brand. Everything from choosing a profitable niche, creating your designs, building out your Shopify store, including the fulfillment, and then marketing and selling your items. How do you actually get eyeballs and then sales from your t-shirts? We're gonna cover all of that in the Launch Your Brand Challenge. Over 60,000 people have attended this event since 2020. Many of those have gone on to become six-figure, multi-six-figure, and even seven-figure apparel brand owners. To sign up and register your spot, just head over to shirtschool.com/challenge. Back to the video. Our number 4 niche is one that's probably on every trending niche list for the last 2 or 3 years, and that is pickleball apparel. Now, I know there have been a lot of new pickleball brands and pickleball t-shirts taking off over the last couple of years, but I did not realize how much pickleball apparel is actually still growing and how much opportunity there is there, and still until I started doing some of the research. So first, let's take a look at this quick article from Coherent Market Insights that says the pickleball apparel market specifically, we're not talking about pickleball as a category or a market, we're talking about pickleball apparel. It's already a $689.9 million market in 2026, but check this out. It's expected to reach $1.3 billion by 2033, which is a compound annual growth rate of 10% year over year. So the pros are expecting pickleball apparel specifically to be growing every year, which means they're also expecting pickleball to be growing as a category each and every year into the future. And I think at this point, we have had enough of a timeline, the last really like 3, probably 4 or 5 years of pickleball growth to say that pickleball is going to be here for the long term, and it may be trending for a longer period than we think. Let me show you one more cool thing. This one blew my mind because, again, I thought we may have been peaking in the pickleball t-shirt popularity, and I was very wrong. So when we look at Google Trends for pickleball shirt, you're going to see over the past 5 years, that there is a very steady upward trend here. Very cool. Pickleball shirts growing and growing, and then holy moly, what just happened? If we look at the past 12 months, you're going to see that pickleball was doing fine and kind of, again, slowly growing. But then all of a sudden in March of this year, pickleball t-shirts started taking off like crazy, just a boom, which tells us in 2026 that pickleball apparel is a super hot category that people may have not picked up on yet as much as we thought, or that the market is expanding and growing enough to support a ton more brands in this category. And one thing I also thought was interesting is that if we look at interest by sub-region here in the US, I think Wyoming just discovered pickleball because they're obviously really looking for that pickleball apparel here at 100 comparatively to like Utah at 12, Florida at 12. Our number 5 niche is an interesting one. It is cottage core. Okay, this is a interesting one that is absolutely blown up. Let's try to decipher this and take a look at what this is so you can take advantage of it in your brand. So I actually found this one on our friends over at Gelato, a blog that they put out called, let's go back up to it, Profitable Niches, 75 Profitable Niches for Print on Demand in 2026. Started looking into this a little bit more, doing my own research, and was pretty shocked at how popular this has become. And it is cottage core. I'm going to leave out the dark academia type. I'm not 100% sure why they connected those two, but as aesthetic subculture apparel, one of the fastest growing print on demand categories driven by TikTok and Pinterest. That's an interesting point. Let's talk briefly about what cottage core actually is, because that's an interesting term, but what does it actually mean? Cottage core is an aesthetic built around a romanticized, cozy version of simple rural life. Things like flowers, gardens, the rural life, baking bread, those kind of things, farms. So it blew up on TikTok and Pinterest as kind of the antithesis to the digital, busy, modern life, right? It's the complete opposite of that. It's unplugging from the modern life, living on a farm, baking sourdough bread, those kind of things. For t-shirts and apparel specifically, it's going to be designs around soft, muted, earthy tones, hand-drawn botanical illustrations, flowers, ferns, mushrooms, bees. It's things like gentle cursive text and cozy nostalgic sayings. So it's not just t-shirts, it's a whole vibe. Let's take a look at TikTok where this is kind of blown up, and you'll see some of the examples. We'll dig in a little bit further. But when we look on TikTok, we're just looking at the top, and we've actually searched here. We see kind of what this is, right? We see this kind of aesthetic right here. Obviously going to be skewed more towards female, but it's these kind of patterns, these kind of floral patterns. You see some of it here. This kind of aesthetic, it's literally, again, the opposite of that digital, modern kind of city life. It's living out on a farm. See cottage outfits right here, this kind of thing, living out on a farm, unplugging, getting away from the city, right? And these kind of styles that kind of go along with that. When we search TikTok for cottage core t-shirt, you're gonna see kind of what that looks like here. So you see things like this cottage tee right here that's kind of popping off, right? It's that kind of style. These kind of curvy, whimsical kind of things, these outdoorsy icons, old school farm aesthetic, those kind of things. You see that across here. Many similar designs that you see as we kind of search Etsy. Right here, you see a really good example there. But this gives you more of an idea of what this aesthetic is. Niche number 6 is faith-based streetwear. Now, we've seen a bunch of brands in this category absolutely blow up over the last couple of years. And this is specifically with the relation to streetwear. So it's not just Christian brands, but it is Christian streetwear brands as kind of this sub-niche category. Now, let's take a look at some of the data and one of the biggest brands in this category to kind of support this. So the first thing we see here on Google Trends when we search the term Christian streetwear is we do see kind of this upward trend over the past 12 months. It's a little up and down, but you see overall that it's actually been surging in 2026. When we go back to the past 5 years, this chart looks a little bit different. We see that it was basically kind of non-existent Christian streetwear up until it started peaking its head in 2024. And then in the middle of 2025, it has really started taking off with much more consistency for this search term in 2026. Here's an even better example from Google Trends for the search term Christian shirt. Now, if we look over the past 5 years, again, we see this is on a steady incline, exactly what we like to see. You can see the number slowly rising and being more consistent, but then somewhere around here in 2025, we see this niche really start to take off, and then boom, again, 2026 overall for these niches, man, we are seeing that these are trending right now. So you can see as of January, we saw it just absolutely take off and continue to be consistent throughout 2026, just for the term Christian shirt. And we know overall in the US that there has been more and more people getting into faith and Christianity and religion over the last couple years. And obviously, if there are more people of faith, there is going to be more want for faith-based merchandise. One of the best brands to look at in this category is one that many of you will know, and they're exactly what we're talking about. It's called elevatedfaith.com. Now, essentially what they make is essentially exactly what we're talking about. It's Christian or faith-based streetwear. Now, they started with just their clothes. They've expanded out into things like jewelry, but let's actually take a look at some of their clothing. And this is what you're going to see. Now, most of these kind of designs are based on or inspired by more mainstream streetwear style designs. And what they've done is taken those design aesthetics from what's trending in the mainstream and actually adjusted it to Christian, to faith, right? And so changing up the words, changing up some of those things. Now, I think what's also interesting is things like this right here. It says most popular, this t-shirt right here. Now, what's interesting about this t-shirt, and you can see in the mock-up, this is literally cottage core brought into streetwear, brought into Christian faith, mixing up these other trends, right? This is exactly what we're talking about. That design right there is essentially a cottage core design. You can see the girl in the photo wearing kind of a cottage core dress out in a farm, right? So they're literally capitalizing on multiple trends, multiple trending niches at once. This is a great category to go into. Niche number 7 is also one of my favorites on this list, and it is vintage bootleg pet portraits. Okay, I know that sounds a little bit crazy. Let's kind of break it down. These are almost always on comfort colors t-shirts, which is a whole other trend I want to talk about in another video, but they're almost always on these vintage soft washed comfort colors t-shirts. And it's essentially 90s pop culture nostalgia with your dog put in it. And these are going crazy right now. Let me show you some examples. Here's one on Etsy that is playing off a very popular 90s image right here. And you actually add your own dog pictures into this design in your own words. This is absolutely going crazy right now. You can see that it's in seven carts. It's got tons of reviews. This is a huge seller, this kind of style. It's that 90s nostalgia. Now, I found this and then kind of did some more research because I mainly found ads in the Facebook ads library that were promoting this style and this aesthetic. Let's take a look at this. So specifically what I've noticed is this brand called Dog Is With You that is selling like hotcakes, selling this kind of style. You see here, it's this vintage kind of image of a dog wearing a backwards hat with a beer. And you're going to see that same brand has a bunch of those styles. And then you're going to see a couple other things here. One that I thought was interesting was this one here from 99 Great Tees. This is, again, a 90s kind of nostalgia dog t-shirt. Pretty cool. Think about things like rap t-shirts and, you know, the grunge era, the Nirvana kind of t-shirt, those kind of things, but inserting your pets and your dogs. That's what's going to be super popular. Take a look at a few more of these from Dog Is With You. You'll get the idea. This bulldog one is another kind of trend that's really going crazy in the pet niche right now, but I specifically am talking about these kind of vintage portraits. Now, obviously these are AI generated, but they are totally playing off of kind of that 90s vintage kind of instant print kind of thing. Super cool, super fun. You know, if you have a dog that looks like one of these dogs, it's a super fun thing to buy. Let me know down in the comments, what niche are you in or what niche are you going into? And YouTube thinks you might want to watch one of the videos coming up on your screen right now.